Hafifah Humaida and I am from Universitas Negeri Padang and I'm majoring in public administration. Currently I am studying in University of Pécs and I take the courses of international political economy, sustainable development, geographical election and also social development. Quarantine. Let's talk about quarantine. So there is 41 of us, the IISMA awardees in University of Pécs. But we were divided by two groups when we are going from Indonesia into Hungary. Well, actually it's just separated in a few hours, but at that time, the first group didn't have to do any of quarantine, but the second group, there is 11 of them that need to do quarantine from 25 of people, and I am one of them. So I have to do the mandatory quarantine. I don't really know why, but after all, I have been prepared from Indonesia that I need to do quarantine first. And when I arrived there, so I go through the immigration, they told me that I have to do quarantine, they told the information that I might need. And then we go to University of Pécs. And when we arrived there, we arrived at the Santo Dormitory, the dormitory of University of Pécs. And the University of Pécs actually already prepare that we will come and will be needed to do quarantine, so we have to register at the receptionist. So when we already arrive, we go to receptionist and then the receptionist give us the room number. They ask if whether we will take the meal plan or no, and I take the meal plan because I think that it's just more convenient to take the meal plan, and I take the one that is vegetarian, obviously, because I am a Muslim. And then after that, and the next day we get to take the first PCR test. So this quarantine could be finished if you provide two negative PCR tests, and then you will receive your official release statement and you can go. And at that time we take our first PCR test, and then a few days after that we take the second PCR test and retrieve our result. But unfortunately we retrieve it in a different time, even if we were taking the sample at the same time, maybe because there is so much people that also take the PCR test, not sure, but yes, I got my result after that. And when we retrieve our result, we put it in the website that the immigration already told us before, and we have to upload our name, put all of our data, our address, the result of first PCR and the result of the second PCR test, the time of the result, time of the sample, and etc. And then a few days later, 1 to 2 days later, we receive our official release statement. So after all, it takes about 9 to 10 days for me to get my official release statement. And because the official release statement take more time to be sent it to me, so I have to pass 3 classes because I still didn't retrieve my result. And these 3 classes, I've already told my lecturer that I'm sorry I cannot attend, I just come from Indonesia and I need to do quarantine. I still didn't retrieve my official release statement, and the lecturer said like, yeah, it's okay, it's fine, let's meet in the next time. And one of the lecturers sent me the study record for the first class at that time, because he already started the class. But the others didn't really do that because it's actually still an introduction, and I still can manage to catch on in the next week when we were already getting into the class. So there's a few things that I think are a bit different from my college back in Indonesia. Here we take a final exam in a different way. There is 4 types of final exam. First of all, it's like an oral exam, so you are having a conversation with your lecturer, and second of it is like a writing exam, just like in Indonesia, so you write for your last exam. And also there is a seminar exam which you are presenting the material that you have to be prepared before. And lastly, there is an exam of an essay that you write an essay in order to complete your final exam. So there is a thing that I did in order to introduce the Indonesian culture to people here, and one of them is like done with collaboration with University of Pécs, that they are making Indonesian Indonesian Day, where we are having a meeting with Indonesian ambassador, and also at the night we have a cultural the country presentation of Indonesia, and at that time I have an opportunity to introduce and also performing the traditional Minangese dance, which is tari pasambahan, and that is the things that I did in order to tell people here the culture of Indonesia. I'm IISMA biased because IISMA has provided me the opportunity to learn, to have an experience, to live outside of Indonesia, to live abroad, which is here in Europe, and have an experience to study and know how is it to learn here, and giving a new experience on how to live outside your comfort zone. So, and also this is fully funded, and because of that you have to be going to IISMA. So be bold to go abroad.